Matt Bailey here in my home studio in DC with friends from all over the country. We've got Langston Hatch, Jack Williams, Landon Harvey, Meghan Casey. I'm looking down over here because my monitor's over here. Friends, welcome. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, great.
Alive.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You, Jack, you're in, let me see if I got this right. Jack, you're in Los Angeles. Landon, you're in Texas. Meghan, you're in Colorado. And Langston, you're the only one I'm blanking on. Where are you based?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, very cool. So really all over the country, all corners of the United States, we are going to talk about what ventriloquism is like where you are, what your journey in Vent has been like. But before we get to that, we have to address kind of the big deal elephant in the room. Meghan, Jack, and Landon are super famous TikTok stars of ventriloquism. Jack, you have 818,000 followers. Landon, you have 1 million followers. You just crossed that mark, I just saw. And Meghan, of course, the woman comes in, kicks everybody's butt, 2.7 million followers on TikTok. I want to go around, start with the biggest superstar over here. Meghan, what's that been like for you to know you're reaching 2.7 million people every time you put a video out?
It's absolutely crazy. Like, I never expected that to happen. I just uploaded a TikTok for fun one day, and then it just blew up overnight. And then I think I gained 1 million followers in a week and a half. It was crazy. It's been really great, though, being able to put content out there, because that's one thing I really missed when everything shut down, was performing live. I know us as performers, we love performing in front of people, hearing everyone laugh and seeing the duets that people do. It's so great, seeing people's reactions and stuff. It's really awesome.
And for those that don't know, TikTok is the new hot video sharing social media platform of the moment. Think Vine, think music.ly, which is or Musical.ly as they used to call it, which is what TikTok is now. Landon, when I first joined TikTok, your videos, and I wasn't linked up to my contacts or anything because we've met several times at convention.
Right.
You were all over my For You page. So how did it happen for you?
I joined TikTok back in 2019. I was walking to class and I thought, what if I joined TikTok? It was kind of out there. People were posting some videos, but I thought, what if I joined and just started introducing new puppets as I built them and tried out jokes on the platform? And I joined and did exactly that. And I grew in crazy numbers. I would be, leaving the class to go to the restroom and check my new TikTok followers, see, oh, I'm up 10,000. It was crazy, but it's been a ride ever since.
And Jack, you are brand new to TikTok's sort of virality. You had video go viral, news outlets picked it up. What's the new ride been like for you?
It's honestly been absolutely crazy. I mean, Landon knows this. I was on his show, and I think I only had around 100,000 followers. And between the end of November and now, I think I've gained 600,000 followers in just 2 months. So it's really crazy how quickly a video can get a lot of viewership. I never imagined that a single video could get 1 million likes, but on a platform like TikTok, that's possible. And I think it just really goes down to just being consistent and kind of treating it like a job,
Exactly. And you said what'll lead. Sorry, go ahead. Was Meghan going to talk there?
No, I was just saying, yeah, it is a job, for us to post a lot, because the followers we gain, they're expecting to see content that we post. They're following us for a reason, so they look forward to the content we post. They look forward to it.
Right. And real quick before we get to Langston, I want to know, because I follow a bunch of people, country music artists who've been able to tour off of their TikTok fame, comedians who now make their living doing comedy. When they started on the platform, they were working somewhere else. Does it exist in a vacuum for you guys, meaning it's just kind of there on TikTok, or are you seeing it translate into more bookings, more shows, more people wanting you to come to their library or their community center or their theater? Are you seeing it translate to that?
Yeah, I would say that definitely, as far as like in LA, there's not a lot of shows going on just because of the COVID restrictions. But as far as brands like reaching out and wanting to work with me, I've had like a bunch of offers as far as like doing sponsorships and stuff like that. And yeah, definitely like being on a bigger stage. I had some guy like roll down his window while I was walking on Melrose and say, "You're that ventriloquist from TikTok," and I just was like, yeah, and that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
I love it. I love it. Langston, I want to talk to you for a second because you are no less beloved for your figure designs, and I see you've got a bunch of figures behind you. This pandemic time that we're all sort of talking about, where we've explored new ways to reach people, what have you found has been the best way for you to reach people with your creations?
Oh, well, first, I would just like to say I'm sorry to all of you because I have 311 subscribers on YouTube. I did not mean to overshadow your current
Don't flex like that.
So sorry. But I've had, during the pandemic, I had a lot of success being that I'm one of the few puppet makers of color. And during all of the issues that arose during these unfortunate events, found out that people of color want to buy puppets of color from puppet makers of color. Who would have guessed? And being one of the few people that is a puppet maker of color, I was able to find a great deal of success in that and do styles visually with their faces as well as with hairstyles and different techniques that are more in tune and in touch with those different people of a racial background. So that's what most of my pandemic success was. And I think I had more business during the pandemic than I did before.
It's amazing how that works out because people have time to be creative. They have time to sit down and if they're not paying for gas every day or paying for parking at their office, they have that money to put towards investing in what they want to do and maybe change their life a little bit using that time at home. Landon, I know you're a figure maker as well. Did more orders come rolling in for you?
I have more of the occasional order because I'm picky. But I do.
Well, excuse me.
No, I'm leaving the chat immediately. I'm not picky enough, apparently.
Puppet fight.
No, but you know what it is? It's, Meghan talks about, TikTok being a job, and that's really what it is. So I build a puppet every now and then for someone, and I'm kind of moving into more of, where I build on occasion and perform more. I'm doing more online stuff. But I have had the occasional build from COVID, and it's been a lot of fun. And my workshop is in my garage, so that hasn't really changed or affected it. If anything, it's been getting the materials, but I haven't had too much difficulty with any of that.
Langston, he brings up a good point, which is materials and the cost of materials during all of this. As we have a lot of people at KAX who buy props, make props, sell props to other entertainers. What's that been like for you sourcing the materials you're able to build with?
It hasn't been much of a difference. The only issue has been the halt in the arrival time of said material if I have to order it, depending upon where I have to source the material from. But it's just been the wait time, which means that it's an extended period of time waiting to complete the puppet. So that's been the unfortunate side of it all. But
and Meghan, as library shows are coming back, are you finding you were super busy 3, 4, 5 years ago when I was coming to Vent Haven. Now, I got to imagine it's got to be astronomical.
I've had a ton of bookings as far as libraries go. It's still weird with the whole pandemic. Like there's some states that still are kind of iffy as far as bookings go, but that's what I learned a major lesson as far as taking deposits when it comes to shows, because I lost 200 something shows, and so my income was shot that summer. So TikTok was kind of my saving grace as far as helping me out financially, to be honest. As far as bookings go, it's been crazy, the number of birthday parties and like Cameo. I'm sure that's a lot of people want people to not sorry, words. A lot of people want the puppets to say hi to like their kids and stuff, so you can make those little videos for the kids and whatnot. But bookings have been absolutely crazy. I'm leaving my job here that I have at the school that I got because I just can't keep up with the school, my business. Like this is a full-time thing.
That is awesome. Yeah, I know somebody I book for something else. He does Cameo, and he can make six figures in a year just doing cameos alone. The way we have shifted to making money through working online has just, I think somebody said we've accelerated a decade through all of this. So I wish all of you the best with social media success, which brings me to my next point. We're all young adults here. We're all, Langston, I don't know how old you are, but I think we're all in our 20s still. And
I'll never tell.
I know. I was going to make a joke there, but I won't. Anyway, we're all in our 20s. We're at that point where we're deciding which way our life is going to go. And you've all had success in various arenas. So I want to go around, and I want to start with Jack, because we've talked with everybody about kind of the specifics of the gigs. Jack, you moved to LA recently. You have the TikTok fame. You want to do ventriloquism. When things are kind of lifted in California, because I know it's still really strict out there, where do you see this all going for you? What do you want to do?
So actually, I've lived in LA now for around 7 years. I moved out here when I was 18. Right.
Well, then I'm just oblivious, and I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. But it's funny because when I first moved out here, I was doing comedy clubs, open mics, and things like that every single night. And now we live in like a totally different world where that circle is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. And so now when I started doing TikTok, that was kind of a good way to reach so many people, like a really big audience. So where I see myself like in the future, I would say I set pretty big goals, just manifesting. So I hopefully will have 2 million followers by the end of this year. Okay. And I would love, I think this is like everybody's, ventriloquist dream is to have like a residency in Vegas. Doesn't even have to be like a big casino. It could be like a second-rate casino, just to have a residency somewhere where I could consistently do shows every single night would be like an absolute dream.
Awesome. Landon, same question.
Oof. It's been weird, especially because of COVID, because my entire life is puppet building, and then when it's not, I'm performing. So I take odd jobs all around town for all different types of audiences in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But I would love to start touring and using, lately it used to be, you'd get on the Late Show or whatever, and that would be your credit, and you would promote that, so-and-so on the Late Show is going to be at this comedy club. But now it's like, if you have a social media presence, you can funnel that into clout, which is pretty cool, to get butts and seats. So, I would love to tour. I would love to use my TikTok audience and funnel them into an actual audience where I can perform in front of them, and not only use that in terms of getting more bookings, but also use it to promote people back onto my social media. So kind of like a
loop,
life social media.
Yeah, totally makes sense, because there's good money in partnerships on social media that can sustain you in those times where we can't tour, can't do virtual shows. It's a very important aspect, to be sure, more important every day. Langston, same question. Where do you want to go with all of this?
Well, recently in February, I started performing as a cabaret nightlife comedian. So I've sort of left the puppets behind and have taken on a whole persona of Maya business. And
I love it. I love it. Continue.
Plot twist, I'm a drag queen, in case anyone didn't know.
Great, we love it.
I've been doing that for a year and a half now, and I've pretty much taken over the city of Columbus. I've been able to perform in California several times, and I also am a contracted puppeteer for the Jim Henson Company.
Yep.
So I was able to open and even close their improv show at Not Scary Farms Puppet Up. There was just an email sent out about us starting a improv training. So we'll be training regularly to get us prepared for our potential touring Puppet Up show this year, as well as
cool.
2 different residencies during October during the show. So I'm
I
just
love it.
out here hustling, wearing wigs, cross-dressing for Christ, working in the church basement, doing children's puppet shows, anywhere I can get a job.
Get that on a t-shirt, man. Cross-dressing for Christ.
I'm doing the Lord's work.
I love it. Megan, through the laughter, please tell me, same question. Where do you want to go? I mean, that's a big thing, having just left your job. That's huge. So not only where do you want to go, but where is it sort of taking you?
Yeah, so my last day at the school where I'm working, I'm a paraeducator right now. It's February 4th, so I'm excited just to be able to focus on my business like I was before all this, the pandemic happened. I would like to still perform. I do educational programs at libraries, but my dream one day is to have a TV show that teaches kids about health, safety, fitness, nutrition using the puppets. So almost like a Sesame Street type thing. On a TV, so like Netflix or something like that. That is my overall goal. I've had a lot of people reach out and ask me, hey, are you coming to this state to like do a big tour? And like ideally it would be awesome to do something like Jeff Dunham does, where he goes around, like goes on a tour. So that's my goal, is to get there and have the TV show. That's going to be my mission, to grind on it and hopefully get there.
I absolutely love it. I want to see the characters now. Langston, I want to start with you, because you have so many behind you, and other friends. I'm going to take you all out of the chat for just a second. You'll still be in the green room, but I want to bring Langston full screen or semi full screen so that we can see his characters and he can show them off. Y'all go get prepared with your puppets while I'm talking to Langston here. So just one second.
One by one, they drop.
All right, my drag queen, you have some beautiful things behind you. Oh my gosh. Talk about some of them. And I know you went to grab someone as well. So tell me what you got.
So they're just random puppets that I've made for myself, because through the years of being a puppet maker, I make a puppet and someone will say, I like that puppet. And I'll say, you can have that puppet. And then I found out I don't have any puppets because I've sold all of the puppets. So recently I've been focusing on just building random things in my head so that I can have a cast of characters. So I haven't performed my one-man show in a very long time, but if I need to, I don't have to make everything last minute, because I'll have a cast of 20 to pick from.
All right. And who did you, before we started, you ran off and grabbed someone. Who did you go grab?
Ironically enough, I grabbed a puppet that I did not make.
Oh. All right. Well, show me what you were going to do with it. Come on.
Well, okay, I'll show you this one first, and then we'll move on to one I made.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is one, I don't know if you know this puppet maker. She's a little known puppet maker, and especially in the ventriloquist community. Her name's Melissa Taylor. Never heard of her. She's a nobody. I saw her puppet and I thought,
the joke here for all the magicians who are going, yeah, I never heard of her, is Melissa Taylor is the daughter of Marianne Taylor, who has made several characters, including Jeff Dunham's Peanut, a lot of the early puppets for Terry Fader when he was on AGT. So she's actually very well known.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
This is my Aunt Georgia.
Hello there, Sugarfoot.
I love it.
This is weird. I have not done ventriloquism in a very, very long time, because I've been doing stage puppets, which is above my head, or nightlife cabaret, which very rarely involves puppets.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh.
How you doing, this and that, Bailey?
I am good. How are you? Does he take you out of the box at all, ever?
You know, I have a lifestyle of my own.
Good.
I go to brunch.
Okay,
I
good.
go to the mall.
Brunch is important. Shopping is great.
Yes, all that good stuff.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's see some of the ones you built, Langston.
Okay, so in July, my life changed forever. I started working for the Henson Company. I did their 3-week intensive, and they gave us practice puppets. And we were not allowed to keep our practice puppets. And I was very sad about that. However, I made my practice puppet.
Oh, wow.
I took the idea and the character that I built from him and made this guy. This is Brody. Oh, there's a straight pin. That's his leg. Okay, we're fine. Nothing's happening. We're great. Hi, Matt Bailey. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm here. My name is Brody. I'm from Louisiana, and I came from the mud.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What's your favorite kind of music?
My favorite kind of music is the kind of, like, I like Lizzo music. I like Lizzo a lot. I'm going to sing, I use my hair to hit my hair. Yeah, I like Lizzo.
I love it. I love it. Oh, my gosh. I was looking at that back there. I was looking at Brody back there, and I'm thinking, that's a Henson. So you did excellent, Langston. Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Matt Bailey. You're not your y'all.
Oh, my gosh. And who is she with the nice rosy cheeks? Back
right here?
Yes.
She's just a generic female puppet. There's no character for her right now. I'm starting a puppet band.
Mm-hmm.
All the puppets have instruments. I have a large drum set that I just recently built. I have a wooden piano and a bass guitar and all that jazz, and she's going to be in the puppetry band. But I'm trying my hardest not to make it Dr. Teeth, which is really hard to do when you have puppets.
Exactly.
We're going to see what we can do with that. Mm-hmm.
Some beautiful, beautiful stuff, Langston. What inspires you most to build?
Oh, gosh, that's such a broad question. I'm this far away from being clinically insane, I'm sure. So I use that inspiration.
I think we all are.
And honestly, we're entertainers. You have to be crazy to be in this art form.
Oh, yes.
But there's certain things I'll see colors or I'll try something new and it will inspire this entire new world of something. I've recently remade a puppet's hands just to be floppy fingers, and the tester puppet has inspired something crazy, and that's something I've never done before, and we'll see how it turns out. That's what I was working on before I joined on the call here.
I love it, Langston. I'm going to add Meghan into the chat because she's next, and we're going to say goodbye to you for just a few minutes. And now we got Meghan.
Hello.
I think I know who you have, or at least I hope I know who you have. Oh, my gosh.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Oh, my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever, and now you're a TikTok star.
I know. They like me the best.
Yeah, it's between him or Crush, my turtle puppet. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Aiden, let me ask you, what inspires you to make a TikTok where you go, I gotta film that, I gotta put that up? What makes you want to film a TikTok?
Well, usually Megan thrives me with marshmallows.
But yeah, what makes you want to make a TikTok?
I like making people laugh.
Yeah, that's his favorite thing.
It's really nice seeing the little kids' reactions whenever they do a video.
Yeah, the kids' reactions are so cute when their parents are like watching a video with Aiden. They're totally obsessed with him.
Because they love me.
Yeah.
I love it. I really hope you get to do what you said you want to do and tour. And I'm racking my brain because I know a bunch of country music artists who will go around now and play clubs. And I'm like, where are places that aren't libraries that can hold, no disrespect to libraries, but that are smaller auditoriums for children's entertainment from TikTok? And I think there's a bunch of small theaters around the country you could book.
There's a ton, even like little museum, like the Children's Museum. I know that's a thing that's like across the country, so that's something I could go into.
Yeah, I don't know about a comedy club, but yeah, something that's kid related.
Yeah. So Aiden, what do you want to do in 2022?
I
rhymed.
want to get my leg fixed.
Yeah, Aiden's.
Oh, what happened?
She ripped it.
Yeah, his foot got ripped when we were making a video one day, and I haven't sewn it yet. So
yeah, I want to get fixed.
Don't you know the trick, Aiden? You blame it on somebody else. You blame it on Crush. That's what you
Crush. She did it though. I'm blaming it on my ventriloquist.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Meghan, does it surprise you? I mean, I have known you since you and I were in high school.
Yeah.
And does it surprise you? Because it sure as heck, I know for where I am, it sure as heck is like, well, I wasn't expecting to be here doing this when I was, in high school. I mean, how do you feel?
It's awesome. That's one thing. I've wanted to build a following on social media for a while. I uploaded videos on YouTube with Aiden. Like, he's the first puppet I started using to upload stuff on YouTube. Wasn't really gaining. I had like 1,000 subscribers or something on there, and then TikTok is what took off, and that's when I was finally able to be like seen for the art that I do on social media. And it's such a rare art form. It's so unique. So I'm really glad that we, like, as a community, as puppet makers, ventriloquists, like, it's really cool, the community that we have like made on TikTok. It's pretty awesome.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to add Landon Harvey back in because he was looking everywhere but his screen. So, no, actually, he's just next in line. All right. No, hang on. Here he is. Welcome back, Landon.
Hey.
And again, forgive me for looking down and over. My computer's over here. I'm doing all of this. Meghan, we're going to say goodbye to you for just a few more minutes. Going to do Landon and Jack, and we will talk more. Now, Landon,
yes,
you get all kinds of questions on TikTok, and you get and you answer so cleverly with your characters. So, who do you have with you today?
I've got some puppets that I've built because I'm a puppet builder. So sometimes I'll just build random puppets, and then I've got some that you've seen on TikTok. So what do we want to start with here?
I want to see Bill if he's around.
Bill, all right, Bill the Zombie is probably my most famous TikTok character here. Yeah, let's see if we can wake him up. Oh gosh, I'm exhausted. Yeah, let's fix your eyebrows. Oh, this is
Hi,
Bill.
Bill.
Hello, I know him. Yeah, it's Matt. Yeah, Matt Daily. Right.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill the Zombie.
Hi. And of course, it's Maggot. Oh, Maggie, is she here? Yeah, she's here. Say hello, Maggie. Hello. It's Maggie the Maggot. Hi. She lives in my brain. Right. Rent free. Great. Yeah. All right.
All right, Bill. I've been wanting to ask you this for a while.
Okay.
Did you ever audition for The Walking Dead?
A lot of people think that they might recognize me from that show. Right. But no, you've never been on it? No. But I was on that show that with pale creatures, right? Yeah. So I might have been on it, right? Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Now, Landon, I want to break the illusion a bit because the reason I wanted to see Bill is because it's a double puppet. And there are very few people who will actually build a double, a little mini inside their character. Right. So as much as you want to reveal your secrets, how'd you pull it off, especially for a soft figure?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. It took forever. And the first version of Maggie, her mouth did not move at all. But I started performing with the character on my TikToks, and I introduced Maggie. And now I can't perform with Bill without having Maggie. It's really weird. People like the back and forth of the two characters. But the way she works is there's a spring inside her mouth. There's a little cord right here, and then I operate her with my finger. So by lifting up, it opens her mouth. And it sounds so simple, but over time, it took me forever to figure it out because I operate with my middle finger, and sometimes they go back and forth. Right, we got to do it live.
Again, there's another joke there that I'm not going to make because this is a kid's conference.
Right. Thank you. That's great. We'll add that to the other joke, right? About Langston.
All right. Is Jackie around? We got to see some Jackie. The Jackie.
Where is Jackie? Is he's over there. He's in his cage. Hey.
Okay, then never mind. Who else is at your feet?
I can show you some other guys. I'm gonna go in the coffin. All right. So you're down here.
Yeah, and he also, if you check out his TikTok, he has a coffin for Bill the Zombie. It's the coolest, cutest, most hysterical thing.
I'll show you some random characters I have for sale on my website, The Original Dummy. This is just a Bigfoot character. Hello. There he is. Pretty goofy guy. I've got this guy down here, which sometimes, you can't help but come up with personalities and names for these characters, even if I'm going to, put them out to sell. This guy's name is Rip Crash. He's a daredevil, but no, I do Uber driving. Right. Mm-hmm.
It is
I've
beautiful.
also got, this is just like, I feel like Carrot Top with puppets here. I've got this chicken that I've had for a while, and we're still working on a different voice, but he's just a really goofy character. Was one of my original puppets that I built when I started building. So there he is right there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. The reason I asked about Jackie is Jackie's such like an old world comic name.
Oh, hold on. Let me get him. I'll just.
All right.
Hate to exclude him. It's Matt. It is Matt. Hi,
Hey,
Matt.
Jackie.
How's it going? Stand back.
Oh, it's going great. We're having fun doing this interview. Oh my gosh. So Landon, Jackie,
Yeah.
Jackie, what do you think of Landon's TikTok fame? You're a big part of it.
Well, yeah, I think it's all because of me. Right. Yeah. I mean, Jackie was born on TikTok, actually. I was. And the character grew on TikTok, and then I introduced him into my show, and he was an instant hit. The same thing with Bill. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But a lot of people like Jackie and Bill, but I try to keep all my characters different. So we have people from all ages and all different walks of life that follow us. Sure. And I like to have different characters because different age groups and different people relate to the characters. And it gives everyone a little something to tune in for when we do our live streams.
And it gives you merchandising opportunities. You have one of those
of course.
Shopify places that you can go on and get your merch. And I actually think, that'll help with back of room sales when you're back live. It's just amazing how far we've advanced in the last 3 years with everything. Oh, yeah. And it's so cool. So cool
crazy.
To see.
Yeah, I've got a guy that I do designs with, and so we're actually working on our a new T-shirt design for my dog character Biscuit, because that seems to be a big character that a lot of people like right now. So we're always working on new designs and different stuff for our social media to update it. So it's exciting.
All right, and before I let you go, where can people? Before I let you go, and then we're all going to come back at the end. So nobody leave. But before I put you in the green room and get Jack up here, where can people go to buy puppets if they want to take a look?
TheOriginalDummy.com is my portfolio. You can see the process there, consult, design, create, and then my social media. Everywhere else is Landon Venting.
Awesome. All right, let's bring Jack in, and Landon and Jackie, we will see you a little bit later. And this is the 5-minute warning to Langston to come on back. And if somebody could text him in the group while I'm talking to Jack, I would appreciate it. There he is. Okay, he just turned off his camera. All right, Jack, the LA guy. He's moved. You were from the Midwest, though. Where were you originally from?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yes, that's right. Okay, my memory isn't going crazy. What took you to LA 7 years ago?
Honestly, it was to pursue ventriloquism and live comedy. I went to an acting school, like an acting college, to convince my parents that it was like a reasonable decision to move out to LA and not just move out on my own with no connections. Mm-hmm. So that was fun. A lot of money, and I'm paying for it right now. So, that's not so fun. But the ultimate decision of moving to LA is good. It's very expensive.
I love it. All right. Show me who you got. Who are you bringing? I knew it.
Hello, Nat Daly.
Hello. What do you make of all this TikTok fame?
I take complete credit for all of it.
Yes.
It's all me. It's all me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people ask you some pretty interesting questions. I mean, are you shocked at how forward people can be when they can hide behind a screen?
Not really, because there's a lot of trolls on the internet, and I work with a troll, so it's not that uncommon.
You talking about Jack? Is Jack the troll? Does he troll back?
I'm the funny man. He's just got a funny face.
All right. So what's his name? Tell everybody what his name is and who made him.
His name is Foster. He is made by a woman on Etsy. I think it goes by the Circus Cottage. Yeah, and they originally just make hand puppets, but I asked her to put some legs on Foster, so I think I'm one of the only people with this character with legs.
I have legs, yes.
So Foster.
Yeah.
What do you think of Jack?
I hate him.
Whoa.
Okay, Jack, what do you think of Foster?
I really like him. I think he's a mixture of cute, but yet kind of mysterious. Some people think he's scary, and I'm like, hey, if you think that's scary, you should, go to the ventriloquist convention and see all those puppets, Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So Etsy, tell me the story there. How'd you find Foster on Etsy?
I was just looking for puppets, and if you're not a ventriloquist or a puppet maker, that it's finding a puppet, a character that really fits for you is kind of a journey, and they're really expensive too. So I just was looking at Etsy, and I was scrolling and scrolling, and I saw this character, and I really thought that I could connect with him, and he just looked different. Like he looked like a very beat down version of kind of the character Darcy Lynn uses on America's Got Talent, And I liked that he was kind of this edgier version. I eat trash.
Not touching it. Not touching that. Oh my gosh, you two are hysterical. What kind of venues do you want to play in LA once everything opens back up?
Honestly, I love the Comedy Store. I'd love to get back up at the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory. I want to kind of broaden my horizon as far as like doing kind of just more like theater shows that are just for my act, or variety shows that have different variety acts that would feature a ventriloquist like myself.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's bring everybody back. We're going to add back in Landon, Meghan, and Langston. And everybody's back in right in the same position they were in before. This is great. This is great. Before we close this out, I want to go around. Again, we are at the KAX, Cadabra Axtel Family Entertainers Conference, virtual. So I want to close this out with everybody's piece of advice, with your piece of advice for the people sitting out watching this online. So let's just go clockwise. Jack, go ahead, start us off.
My piece of advice is, if you want to do something, be really consistent at it. I started doing TikTok consistently in May, and I remember I hit 1,000 followers at the end of the month, and I thought that was a really big deal. I celebrated with people, and I thought, wow, I have 1,000 followers. And just a little bit later, I'm almost at 1 million now. So if you just really dedicate your time to something and just try to focus and do your best, then you can achieve your goals, really.
All right, Landon?
Consider every opportunity as a form of content. Since doing TikTok and all these other social media platforms, I now bring a puppet wherever I go because I find myself running into situations where I can film it. And so, yeah, if you're a ventriloquist, bring a puppet wherever you go. Consider everything a possible form of content, whether it's a photo for Instagram, a YouTube video, an interview, a podcast, whatever. And be open to anything that will further you and your creative endeavors.
I love it. Let's go with Meghan.
Consistency, what Jack was saying, that is one of the biggest things. If you have a dream and you want to get to it, being consistent is one of the biggest things that you can do to make that dream come true. And as Landon said, there's opportunities everywhere. I have a puppet with me as well. Always with me. Really keep your creativity box open. There's opportunity everywhere, so you can honestly come up with something whenever the opportunity arises and just be consistent with it, and you'll get there.
And Langston, you close us out.
I'm sorry, I truly just took a little nap there for a hot sec. ADHD took over. My apologies. My advice would be, consider why you perform. If you perform for anyone but yourself, you are in the wrong career. If you are doing this for financial gain, you are in the wrong career. You can go work anywhere else and do well. Do this for yourself. Whenever I go on stage, regardless of what I'm doing, I don't think about necessarily, is this going to reach the masses? I think, am I going to do something that I would like to watch? And would I be entertained by this? If you're going into every performance in whatever career you choose with that mindset, you will find success, because there's always going to be 1 or 2 people in the audience that think the way you do, and they are going to see that and see themselves in you. The representation that you bring, regardless of race, creed, color, gender identity, sexual orientation, your representation matters to the world. Make sure that you are doing what you are doing for yourself. I know that I started performing drag because I didn't see myself in my local community. And that has fostered a career that I never would have expected. I started making the puppets I make because I wasn't seeing puppets that look like people like me. and that fostered an entire new career. If you are doing whatever it is, do it with all of your heart, just with all the passion in your heart, and make sure you're doing it for yourself, because the money will follow and the audience will follow.
Absolutely. That is the perfect note to leave us on. We are exactly at 40 minutes. So
I'm
thank
more than
you.
just a birthday party clown.
Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh. That is perfect. Thank you to all four of you. I wish you nothing but the best. This was fun. This was like, Langston, I don't know that we ever met. Maybe my last convention, but for the other three, it was like a reunion. Langston, meeting you, getting to talk to you at length. This was so much fun. I really, really, we need to do this again just to do this again. And at this point, I'm going to turn it back over to your KAX host for the day.